Galloway. Got it, Skipper. Yeah, I'll bring him. He's my partner, after all.
What have we got?
New case. White female dumped in plain sight in the grass at the end of Hill Street. Hacks are all over it. Captain's trying to fend them off.
That sounds awfully similar.
The first rule of police work is make no assumptions until you've seen the evidence. Skipper wants you to have your newspaper face on, college boy. I think I know the place where they found the lady. It overlooks Sunset Boulevard. Let's go.
Hallo meine lieben Freunde, willkommen zurück zu L.A. Noire. Ich wollte ihn gerade noch ausreden lassen, deswegen habe ich mich mit der Ankündigung ein bisschen gewartet. Ja! Nächster Mord an einer Frau. Da sehe ich mich eigentlich nicht. Aber, naja, ist unser Job. Der goldene Schmetterling, by the way. So heißt der Fall. Ich denke, das habt ihr am Anfang gelesen, aber nur für den Fall, dass ihr es nicht gelesen habt. So, mein Ziel ist ja, glaube ich, automatisch drin. Und Rusty wird fahren. Nicht wahr, mein Freund?
You know the way. You can drive.
Gut.
You did a decent job in the Henry case, Phelps. Not bad for your first time at bat.
Thanks, Rusty.
But don't go getting ahead of yourself. That's one clearance under your belt. Now it's a new day with a new dead lady that needs our attention.
And no assumptions until we see the evidence, right?
Right. See, I knew you were a fast learner, Phelps. We might get along after all.
Nein, tun wir nicht, Rusty, weil du ein Stück Scheiße bist.
Now, boys, you know as much as I do. I'll be holding a press conference once the autopsy's been completed. I have two of my finest investigators on the case, fresh from bringing down the sword of justice on the crazed sex.
Captain, aren't there similarities between this murder and the murder of Celine Henry, and of Elizabeth Short, for that
So you don't believe there's a crazed sex killer at large preying on women?
Boys, be sensible. We have the greatest police force in all the world with the greatest scientific investigators at our disposal. How can any killer continue to beat that? Be advised. We keep the gas chamber at San Quentin primed for the sons of Cain who continue to believe they can take the life of the secret agents.
Yeah, right. Any new leads in the Dahlia case?
Run along, boys, and let these officers get to work. We have God's work to do here, and it can't be delayed.
What do we have, Captain?
Another woman sacrificed. Speak to Carruthers. I want daily reports, gentlemen.
Gut.
Just awful.
Detective, I was first on scene.
Guten Tag. Beeil mich mal lieber ein bisschen. Wo muss ich denn hin? Bin ich hier richtig? Muss ich hier hin? Hallo? Wo liegt denn die Frau? Ah, hier steht schon mal ein Auto. Ist das hier richtig? Ne, hier bin ich ja wieder an der Straße. WTF? Rusty, weißt du, wo wir hin müssen? Ich finde die Frau nicht. Hier wurde niemand ermordet. Ach, da hinten. Da läuft ein Fotograf. Ah, da sind wir doch richtig. Natürlich wieder nackt. Schauen wir jetzt mal in die Handtasche. Vielleicht finden wir Ausweis. So, wir haben einmal mal wieder einen Lippenstift. Nee, gar nicht wahr. Elternbeirat, Deirdre Möller.
Oh, we have a name. Can you run Deirdre Muller by R&I?
Back in a second.
Alles klar. Und Geld, das stecken wir uns
The
natürlich
motive
in
was
unsere
robbery.
Tasche.
Why not take the money?
Ja, dann war es halt kein Raubmord, wenn das Geld noch da ist. Mann, Cole. 1 und 1 zusammenzählen. So, was haben wir denn hier?
The ligature mark is very...
Distinctive. I'll do some comparisons back at the lab and get back to you.
Ja, diesmal wurde die Frau wohl stranguliert. Das wurde die letzte nicht.
The stomping angle in the Henry case. Was it reported in the press?
Sure was. Every detail a copycat would want was there in the story.
Natürlich. Ah, Moment.
What's this mark? Cut on the finger.
Fourth finger, left hand. A wedding or
Ich wollte
engagement.
gerade schon sagen, da wird ja wohl ein Ring gewesen sein.
Looks like she was tied up.
It does at first, but that would leave a mark on her other wrist too. I think her watch might have been torn off.
Das kann auch sein. Also doch irgendwo schon Raubmord, aber irgendwo auch nicht.
Detective,
Liegen.
RNI says that Deirdre Mahler of 130 North Bonnie Bray was reported missing this morning by her husband, Hugo Mahler.
Okay.
I tell you.
Aber hier liegt ja auch noch was.
Downtown and work them over. We'll have this wrapped up by lunchtime.
What about not making assumptions and going on the evidence?
Fußabdrücke. Okay, und da war das Geräusch, das wir alles haben. Sehr gut.
Similar remote.
For what? The Dahlia? I don't think so.
Celine Henry.
That's a closed case. This is probably another sad sack who lost his temper with a broad who wouldn't put out.
Are you a suspect, Rusty?
Watch your mouth, Phelps. All I'm saying is we got enough to do without reopening closed cases.
Talk me through it, Mal.
Severely battered, on display. Footprints would indicate that she has been stalked. Size of the footprints would seem to indicate a smallish men's shoe. What size shoe did Mendez wear?
You finished?
No, I'm not. At a glance, I would say strangulation was the cause of death. I'll need to do further tests for semen.
Angry boyfriend. If they were married, they'd be at home. Not humping out here in Lover's Lane.
Okay. Erstmal über die Leiche treten. Da sehe ich mich. Gut. Hätten wir das schon mal geklärt. Na, Person wollte ich jetzt eigentlich nicht. Ich wollte eigentlich zu denen nach Hause. Dem Mann Bescheid sagen. Vielleicht weiß ja auch der Mann. Wir wissen es ja nicht. So, welches Auto war nochmal uns? Das, was ganz hinten steht, ne? Natürlich. So. Du fährst.
You're behind the wheel.
There still might be some play in the boyfriend angle.
I thought we were on our way to lock up the husband.
If it doesn't work out, that is.
Deirdre Muller has suffered enough. More than enough. You shouldn't make disparaging comments about her without even the slightest inkling of what she was like.
She was a woman, wasn't she? You know, around about my third divorce, I realized women might not be the pure angels we imagine. You're married, ain't you, Phelps?
Don't make any insinuations about my wife.
Hey, she's a woman.
She's the mother of my children.
You're a father, Cole? But don't tell me your eye don't bend.
This conversation is over.
Der Rusty ist einfach nur ein Wichser. Und da könnt ihr mir nichts anderes sagen. Ich hasse den Typen. Ich will Bukowski wieder. Wirklich. Bukowski war so ein cooler Typ. Nächster Fall. Wir bringen Rusty um. Da sehe ich mich. So. Klopf, klopf.
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. Is your father home?
We'll be home soon. He's been out looking for Mommy.
What's your name, miss?
Michelle Eloise Mahler?
Can we come in?
I suppose so.
Thank you. Could you have a seat for me, Michelle? We're gonna have a look around.
Oh, das wird nicht schön werden.
We'll be back and just sit tight.
Wird auch dazu erzählen, dass die Mutter tot ist?
Nope.
Was steht denn da? Ich kann das gar nicht... Mann! Cole!
Martin will explain everything.
Ja gut, das Glas wird damit nichts zu tun haben. Eine Möhre!
Doesn't look like
Da sehe ich mich.
anything.
Hallo? Möhren sind wichtig. Iss die bitte. So, Schlafzimmer. Hier war doch gerade was. Oh, eine Violine. Ja gut, die will zwar nichts mit dem Faul zu tun haben, aber Violinen sind geil.
I don't think so.
Ich kann doch mal reingucken. Ist das hier das Zimmer der Tochter? Oh. Kein Wunder, dass hier nichts ist. Huch. Entschuldigung. Ja, das sieht schon eher wie das... Au, Schuhe.
Work boots. Size 8.
Größe 41. Hier wird wahrscheinlich die Uhr drin gewesen sein.
Elgin wristwatch. Probably the same one snatched from her body.
Habe ich mir gedacht. Und das andere wird der Ring sein.
No sign of a wedding ring.
Gut. Ah, da war das Geräusch, das wir alles haben. Gut, mehr ist hier also nicht. Dann reden wir mal mit der Tochter.
Is this about Mommy? Daddy is trying to find her. Please tell me she's okay.
I'm sorry to have to tell you this, Michelle, but your mother is dead. Do you think you could answer a few questions for us?
Try.
Letzter Kontakt zu deiner Mutter?
When did you last see your mother?
Yesterday afternoon. I went to a dance at Belmont High. Mommy was supposed to pick me up, but she didn't show.
So what did you do then?
I was upset. Daddy came instead.
Du guckst hin und wieder ein bisschen weg, meine Liebe. Kann ich dir leider nicht ganz glauben.
So you were hanging around the school for quite a while. What happened with your father?
I don't know. I called and finally he answered. He came straight away then.
Dankeschön. Fehlende Uhr und Ringe.
Some of your mother's jewelry was missing. Can you describe her things?
A ring, a watch. I never paid much attention to that stuff.
Ich weiß nicht, aber das kann ich dir leider auch nicht glauben, meine Liebe.
You seem reluctant to talk about her jewelry.
It's a touchy subject with Daddy. He thought she wasted too much money on her appearance.
Fuck. Okay.
Your mom and dad are happily married?
What are you saying? Of course they are.
Glaube ich auch nicht.
They weren't happy, were they, Michelle? Did your father ever hit your mother?
Just the once. She said she would leave him if he ever did it again. I bought her a brooch pin to make up for it. And we always wore her golden butterfly.
Thanks, Miss Muller. You've been very brave.
Hey! What gives?
Daddy, the police
Go to your
are
room,
here.
please, Michelle.
I'll talk to the police.
Daddy, Mommy is gone.
Go to your room, young lady. She's not even out of school. You can't come in here interrogating her like she's
Your
some
wife
kind
was
of...
found murdered this morning.
Found? What? But she only...
We have some questions that we would like to ask you.
Sure.
Und direkt den nächsten.
Yeah, I'll do my best.
Schuhabdrücke am Tatort.
What size shoe do you wear, Mr. Mueller?
Why do you ask?
It's routine, sir. Simple process of elimination.
9s, I think.
Das ist leider falsch.
Why are you lying to me, Mr. Mueller?
Why would I lie to you at a time like this?
Ich muss aber ganz ehrlich sagen, ich könnte euch auch nicht sagen, welche Schuhgröße ich hätte. Um ganz ehrlich zu sein. Ich habe keine Ahnung, ich habe 2 Nummern im Kopf.
That's funny. The work boots we found here are size 8s. Why lie about it if you've got nothing to hide?
Because I always get teased about the size of my feet. You know, small feet, small...
Always been true in my experience.
Halt einfach die Fresse, Rusty.
So you were here all night. You stayed in while your wife went out to pick up your daughter?
Yes, that's correct.
Das ist leider auch falsch.
You should come clean if you're having an affair, or if there's something going on.
I told you I was here. Were you saying I wasn't?
Tja, aber leider hast du ja die Tochter abgeholt.
So why did you take so long to answer the phone when your daughter called?
Okay, I went out for a while. I was driving around. It's my way of relaxing.
Vermisstenmeldung.
You phoned in a missing persons report this morning?
Yeah, that's right. My wife didn't come home last night. She left around 9:30. Michelle was out at dance. She called me to let me know that Deidre didn't turn up.
Kann ich nicht widerlegen, glaube ich aber auch nicht hundertprozentig.
Did your wife ever go out by herself? To bars, nightclubs?
No. What are you suggesting? You suggesting my wife's loose? Now is not the time for you to be pushing me, mister.
Your daughter said you were having an argument.
We argued about who would pick up Michelle. I worked a full day. I wanted to come home, put my feet up.
Frühere Fälle von Gewalt.
Your wife was beaten and then strangled. In your case, you have no alibi and a history of violence towards your wife.
That's not true, god damn it.
Das ist leider sehr wohl wahr.
It is true, Hugo. You're a violent man. You try to keep a lid on it at home, but sometimes you lost control. Your daughter and your wife were scared of you.
You don't know anything about me.
I know about the golden butterfly, Hugo, and how you bought your wife off the last time you heard her.
She liked to spend money, all right? Dresses, jewelry, her hair. It drove me goddamn crazy. Do I look like a Rockefeller?
Nobody likes a cheapskate, Hugo.
Getting hostile with us is a very bad idea, Hugo.
I'm no murderer.
Make some arrangements for your daughter, and then present yourself to Central Station for questioning.
You gotta be kidding me, Phelps. Put the cuffs on it.
This is an outrage. I didn't kill my wife.
Your daughter is in the next room, Mueller, so I'm giving you a break. Don't make me change my mind, and don't make me come looking for you.
You should go back in there and bust his ass.
1, we need to break his alibi. Check phone records, canvass the neighbors. 2, we have motive of domestic violence, which probably goes for half the men in L.A. 3, we have no evidence tying him to the crime scene.
Hello, Detective.
Kommt gerade ein Auto? Ja, schnell! Okay, bevor ich wieder überfahren werde.
Yes, ma'am.
I heard the terrible news over the radio.
And you can help us with our inquiries?
Yes, sir. They had a row last night. I heard Mrs. Muller screaming.
Did you see Mrs. Mueller come home late last night at all?
No, not at all. I did see Mr. Muller put something in the incinerator earlier this morning, though.
I told you he was our guy. Now let's get this bum downtown and into a cell.
Look, there he is now.
Oh, shit. Ja, gut.
Step away from the incinerator. Don't let him get away.
Das hast du dir wohl verkackt, Mr. Möller. Komm schon. Den krieg ich doch jetzt. Jawohl. Ich habe ihm die Chance gegeben. Er hat sie nicht genutzt. Na, wenn das mal nicht Schuhe sind. Blutverschmierte Schuhe.
Good, Hugo.
I can explain the blood.
Get him booked in at Central, officer. Then put him in an interview room. We'll be speaking with him later. And inform the captain.
Yes, sir, Detective.
Is there someone you can call, miss?
I don't want home and
You need somewhere to stay, Michelle. You have other family? Grandparents? Aunts or uncle?
call Aunt Helen, but she lives in Bakersfield and
Call her. We're gonna get someone down here from Juvenile Hall to talk to you in the meantime.
Gut.
We ought to get some uniforms down here, clean up, take care of the kid.
Ja, ich rufe ihn an. Guten Tag, Frau.
he's a cop.
Galloway, Homicide Division, badge number 5.
Phelps, 1247.
Er ruft gerade auch jemanden an.
We get Ray Pinker and a technical services team to a house at 130.
I need an address on a Belmont High School.
Send someone
Checking
down
for
to
you,
Juvenile Hall
detective.
to look after a young lady.
Belmont High, 1575 West 2nd Street.
Thanks for your help.
Alles klar. Dann fahren wir dann nochmal kurz auf die Schule. Schauen wir uns mal noch an der Schule um.
Got it, KGPL.
Was sollst du mir sagen, mein Lieber?
Can you drive to this one? I'm surprised, you know. I didn't make the husband for it.
Always make the husband, Phelps. 9
Nicht
times
immer.
out of 10, it's the closest person to the Vic who does the
Aber das
deed.
stimmt schon, was er sagt.
God knows I've wanted to kill some wives in my day.
Lex parsimoniae.
What?
The law of parsimony. Occam's razor. The simplest explanation is most likely the correct one.
You know, you could have said that without getting all liturgical on me.
I'll try to dumb things down from now on.
Appreciate it. And try this one on for size. Rusty's razor.
How's that go?
You blame the guy that's banging her.
Ah, of course. The famous Lex ignoramus.
Closes cases, Cole. Puts a lot of people away, that one.
Ach, der Rusty ist einfach nur... Mann, Leute. Können wir eine Petition starten? Bring back Bukowski oder sowas? Das wäre doch mal gut, oder?
Unveiling, Emmy. It's the first season since fabric rationing's over. We have to go. I told you I can't Saturday. I'm busy. Busy where? You're going on another drive with Davy Gardner, aren't you? So what if I am?
Go, Phelps. I'll take the car and see if I can cut him off.
Was macht der da? Kann ich meine Waffe ziehen? Nein, kann ich nicht. Ich kann keine Waffe ziehen. Jetzt komm schon, Cole, jetzt gib mal. Jetzt gib mal Gas. Wo ist der hinter? Oh, jetzt wird er angefahren. Schade. Kann ich denn keine Waffe ziehen? Warum ist der Junge so schnell? Oh, jetzt habe ich ihn. Jetzt hat er keine Puste mehr. Nope.
Car 11K, come in.
11K, go ahead.
11K, see the janitor. A green 1946 coupe registered to a Mrs. Hugo Moeller has been found in the parking lot adjoining the Belmont High School and playing field. 11K, code 2.
Das heißt, sie wollte ihre Tochter abholen und wurde dann verschleppt.
Who's asking?
We can do this the easy way or the hard way.
Name's Eli Rooney.
You've been in trouble with the law before, Eli?
Son,
What are you doing around here?
I like to keep an eye on the children.
strictly paternal, is it, Eli?
Don't sass me, boy.
A woman was abducted here last night, Eli, and murdered.
And I would love to make you for that, you local motherfucker.
Well, I wouldn't know nothing about that. A woman, you say? I like 'em a little younger than that.
Turn out your pockets, Eli.
Now, why would I do that?
Because I'm about to break your fucking skull, Eli.
Ist das etwa der Schmetterling?
Very deep trouble. Get some backup down here, Rusty. We need to get this one downtown and into a cell.
I'll tell them we got a kitty reaper.
Uff.
What time did you see the person park the car?
Late last night, after school social, maybe 1 a.m. I've been keeping a good eye out lately. We've had problems with the child molester.
Eli Rooney. We've met him.
Filthy son of a bitch. He was here yesterday before the dance.
Was it him you saw park the car?
I don't know, sir. I'd like to say yes, but the truth is it was pretty dark.
Would you say Rooney is violent?
Yes, sir. I would say so, yes.
Thanks for your help.
Wenn er den Wagen hier abgestellt hat. Oh.
Blood and skin samples. We better get Ray Pinker out here.
Da haben wir schon mal das Seil. Wir haben die Mordwaffe.
It's from a Chrysler. Could be important.
Ist von einem Chrysler. Und wir haben...
The overalls are stenciled HM.
Oh.
I wonder what Eli does for a living.
Das sieht nicht gut aus. Für beide irgendwie nicht. Ich glaube, das war der Fall, wovon ich im letzten Part erzählt habe, dass ich jetzt gleich beide kreuzverhören muss. Und da muss ich aussuchen, wen ich einbuchte.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need interrogation set up at Central for both suspects being held in the Mahler homicide case.
Certainly, Detective. I'll get in touch with the watch commander.
Thanks.
Oh, das wird übel. Oh, ich kann auch ins Leichenschauhaus. Oh, okay. Fahren wir da erstmal hin. Vielleicht hat er noch nützliche Informationen für uns. Die wir vielleicht für die Verhöre brauchen.
I say we make Rooney for this. I think we should lay it on him. He was near the car, he had her jewelry, the DA will love him for it.
Even if he didn't do it?
Who cares whether he did it? You have kids, Phelps? He needs to be taken permanently out of harm's way.
And we let Mueller slide?
For a while. He gets a free pass for now.
Oh, ja gut, einen Kinderschänder möchte ich halt nicht frei machen, aber wenn das nicht war, dann war es halt nicht. Ah. Ach, das gute Leichenschauhaus. Hier wurde ich schon mal überfahren, Leute. Erinnert ihr euch noch? Es war eine gute Zeit. So, was gibt's denn?
Phelps, Rusty, thanks for coming.
Can you blood type the shoes that we bagged and see if they're a match?
Sure. It'll all be in the report, but I'm assuming you want the details now?
Please. Cause of death is strangulation?
Correct. Take a look at the samples on the bench.
What are the normal uses for that kind of rope?
On boats, mooring lines.
Correct. Although Ray says that they're sometimes used as bell ropes in churches.
Das passt aber. Das passt nicht, das passt... Oder passt das auch? Ja, Weil das hier passt ja auf gar keinen Fall. Also ich würde schon sagen, dass es das Seil hier ist.
So are we looking for a sailor or a minister?
Well, in my experience, sailors seem to have the greater libido.
Was Mrs. Muller criminally attacked?
No external or internal traces of semen.
Thanks, Mal. Anything else comes up, you let us know.
Und was war jetzt mit den Schuhen? War das jetzt das Blut des Opfers? Steht das jetzt hier irgendwo? Nö. Das hätte ich jetzt aber schon gerne gewusst. Oder steht das hier auch irgendwo? Ah. Schuhgröße 41 ist es auf jeden Fall.
We've got to nail this guy.
Ja, das auf jeden Fall. Na gut. Dann heißt alles oder nichts. Ab zum Revier. Kreuzverhören. Oh, das gefällt mir nicht. Ich kann nicht Kreuzverhören, dafür bin ich zu blöd. Ich hab das auch sehr schwer in Erinnerung, das Kreuzverhören.
You can drive.
Not exactly the happiest of places, the coroner's office.
Carruthers is a good man, professional, diligent. If you're working with a pro, it's easy to overlook the grim realities of a place like that.
Funny job, that. The coroner's.
How so?
You know, you don't want them enjoying their work too much. The wrong kind of man can get awfully lonely rattling around a joint full of corpses.
Rusty, that's like something out of the pulps.
You been reading the same ones as me?
I thought you were usually too drunk to get through a magazine.
True.
You know, if I close one eye and squint, you can just about make out the print.
Bring back Bukowski, Leute. Bring back Bukowski. Hashtag davor, bitte. Neuer Twitter-Trend. Kreuzverhör. Ach ja, ich liebe es nicht.
You better not go soft on me in here, Phelps.
We'll work the evidence. Are they ready?
Bowlers in 2 and the perverts in 1.
Moller in Raum 2, der Perverse in Raum 1.
Boys, really?
Captain, we were on our way to interview Eli Rooney.
Yes, Phelps, I know. This particular theme is an old acquaintance. I have tried to reaffirm his belief in a wrathful and terrible God. Whichever way it goes, I'll be dealing first.
Gut. So, da haben wir den Perversen.
See me asking for your sympathy, boy?
You're
Arbeitsstelle.
down on your luck, Eli.
I had worse. My family ate roadkill during the Dust Bowl.
But you have a job. A parolee has to have a job, correct?
I had me a job down in San Pedro. I'm looking for something new.
This place you worked have a name?
Hennessy Marine.
Oh, die Marine.
Can't miss the place. Big yellow letters, HM out.
Steht ganz
Did you
groß
do any
HM
workwear,
vorne.
Eli?
Sure. Green coverall.
Oh.
Everything was hot. Felt like I was back in the pen wearing it.
You ever tie up any of your victims, Eli?
It's not a nice thing to go calling that.
What would you call them?
I can't say. I learned a long time ago not to go talking about the things I like. Talking about it just seems to get people's dander up.
Answer the goddamn question, Rooney, before I brain you.
See what I mean? Short answer is yes.
You have any preference regarding rope, Eli?
I know a good rope from a bad rope, if that's what you mean. That's not what you mean, is it? Any old rope will do me fine.
Er hat einen starren Blick. seine Augen zucken nicht mal zur Seite. Lass mich mal kurz in mein Notizbuch gucken.
You're lying, Eli. You're a creature of habit. You just get out of jail and you're back to your old ways. You use a specific type of rope.
That may be the case. But you got nothing that says I used a rope to hurt that woman. I think you should let me go.
Fuck!
Is there some money coming my way for finding that butterfly?
Ich hätte, glaube ich, doch Wahrheit sagen sollen.
You killed Mrs. Muller and stole her jewelry.
That ain't so. Ain't done nothing like that.
You're a liar, Eli. You needed the money, so you killed her.
I've been around some, son. You got some evidence that proves I stole that butterfly from that woman?
Jetzt hat er aber gerade gefragt, ob ich einen Beweis habe, ob er sie... Verdammte Scheiße!
I done told you I found that pretty thing.
Das kann nicht
I
sein!
never stole it.
Ich hasse es!
I don't like you, Eli. I think you're an evil man. I think you try to pass off your pain to other people. I can't make you for this case, but my consolation is that I don't think you will be out of prison for very long.
You can count on it, shitbird. By the way, Eli, the captain and the Hat Squad would like to talk to you next. Any idea what they might want to talk about? For my money, Hugo Muller's our #1 suspect. The evidence is solid.
Scheiße!
Here's where we stand, Hugo. Your next-door neighbor heard screaming coming from your house. You were burning your blood-stained shoes. You have no one who can confirm your whereabouts last night. Your daughter says you're a violent man. We have everything we need to send you to death row, and all you have to say for yourself is, I didn't do it.
I swear I didn't kill her. Give me that lie test. I can prove it.
Why did you burn your shoes, Hugo?
Because I knew you'd never believe me.
Are you going to tell me what I want to know?
Es kann doch
Or do we
nicht
have to take it
sein!
out of you in lumps?
You're at your best shot. I can take whatever you're throwing.
Hä?
Do you know anything about ropes, Hugo?
As much as the next man. I was a scout. I learned some more in the army.
You learned to strangle with the rope in the army?
With rope, with my bare hands, but mainly with wire. I learned a lot of things in the army, but I still didn't kill my wife.
For argument's sake, what type of rope would you use?
If I had to, I would use a triple braid. Less flex, easier to control.
Your wife was beaten with a tire iron, Hugo. An appropriate choice of tool for a mechanic.
I know nothing about any tire iron.
You're lying, Hugo. You're gonna have to come clean on this.
You got no proof.
Your wife drove a Chevrolet, Hugo. What make of car do you drive?
Chrysler Airflow.
So I guess that explains why the tire iron that killed your wife came from a Chrysler.
Oh, das klingt nicht gut.
We found your wife's car. Someone parked it at the school late last night. Do you have anything to say about that?
It wasn't me.
Where do you keep your work clothes?
I keep them at work in my locker.
Enough lies, Hugo. Your overalls put you at the scene of the crime last night.
My overalls are in the laundry of my house.
Green overalls, bloodstained, with the initials HM found in the trunk of your wife's car.
They can't be mine.
Why, Hugo? Because if they were yours, they'd be in the incinerator too?
Ich verlasse mal noch das Verhör. Vielleicht kriege ich ja doch noch was bei Eli hin. Ich weiß es nicht. Hin und wieder kommt schon mal was Neues bei den anderen.
Yeah, I'm thinking of moving up to a 45.
Aber mit ihm kann ich jetzt gar nicht mehr reden, weil ich es komplett verkackt habe mit ihm, ne? Fuck it. Normalerweise kann man beide beschuldigen, aber bei Eli habe ich es komplett verschissen. Ich kann nur noch den Ehemann einsperren. Und das ist auch das, was ich tun werde, weil das Schlimme ist auch, dass die Beweise sehr gegen ihn sprechen. Wenn ich ehrlich bin.
Hugo Muller, I'm charging you with the murder of your wife. You'll be arraigned and taken before a grand jury. Book him, Rusty.
With pleasure.
I have to say I'm disappointed. I stood in front of a troop of reporters and made promises. Promises of swift and fearful retribution, and you bring me an armful of vagary and happenstance. You made the department look bad, lad. Do it again and your career as a policeman will come to an abrupt and ignominious end. You two are back on the streets. Find street criminals, roust them, beat them, and restore some fervor to your police work. The next case will come when you've revived my faith in your abilities. Now get out of here!
Fuck. Das war nicht gut. 2 Sterne. Oh. Hugo Möller steht einer Mordanklage bevor und Michelle denkt über ein Leben als Waise nach. Fuck. Da werde ich jetzt aber gerade mal was nachgucken, Leute. Da werde ich jetzt gerade mal was nachgucken. Und zwar, was dann die richtige Entscheidung gewesen wäre. Weil das will ich jetzt gerade gerne wissen. Ich habe das schon mal komplett richtig gemacht. Ich habe den Fall schon auf 5 Sterne. Ihr wisst, ich habe den schon mal mit, also ich habe das ja schon mit Guide gespielt und alles. Ich kann mich da aber nicht mehr dran erinnern. Ich weiß nicht mehr, was richtig war. Ich muss mir das gerade mal anschauen. So. Fuck. Nein, Werbung! Verpiesel dich! So. Schmetterlingsbrosche, Verweis auf saure blutige Werkzeuge, blutiges Sein, blutiges Sauber, Befragung Hugo Möller. Ja, das habe ich ja eigentlich schon richtig gemacht. Ja, das Richtige wäre, Eli zu verhaften gewesen. Scheiße. Das Blöde ist, ich hätte ihn ja auch verhaftet, aber... Hier steht Schuhabdrücke, hätte man zweifeln sollen, Arbeitsstelle hätte man zweifeln sollen, Zugang zu Gedöns hätte man glauben sollen und Motiv hätte man auch anzweifeln sollen. Scheiße. Und dann steht hier unten drunter stark tatverdächtiger Eli Rooney des Mordes an Mrs. Möller beschuldigen. Fuck. Das habe ich voll verschissen. Das war der erste Fall, wo ich sagen muss, den habe ich komplett in den Sand gesetzt. Scheiße.
We captured 2 regular army. Lieutenant! Bell, we've been over this. That sniper barely missed you back on the beach. Until the mission is over, there'll be no more saluting or signs of rank. I'm in charge here, Medier. Do you wish to interrogate the prisoners?
No, they're beat. Why they look so sullen? They're wondering why we haven't killed them yet. There is no greater shame than being taken prisoner.
Get this, Golden Boy actually seems to know what he's doing.
Nataka no kai so to Namae nana te kutsu?
第44大部隊所属兵だ。
Kishima, nane sama dato? Umutarunda.
See that, boys? He slapped that Jap right upside the head.
It was merely to remind him of his place. His shame was the tone of voice that he used with a superior. I respect the Japanese, Corporal.
Respect, we're here to kill the sons of bitches.
Do you know why we're fighting the Japanese, Private?
With respect, sir, these bastards attacked Pearl Harbor.
And why did they attack Pearl, Private?
Because they hate the US of A and our way of life.
They attacked the U.S. because we cut off their oil. What would we do if another country denied us the gas to run our cars?
Ja, recht hat er recht. Der Seidenstrumpfmörder, den sehen wir erst im nächsten Part. Oh Gott, ich fühle mich beschissen. Aber ich habe es nicht anders kommen sehen. Ich habe gesagt, ich kann kein Kreuzverhör, ich bin dafür einfach zu dumm. Und der Eli, der hat sich auch einfach nichts anmerken. Beziehungsweise er hat es sich schon anmerken lassen. Das Blöde war, dass ich ja immer versucht habe, zu beschuldigen. Und das war kompletter Fehler gewesen. Ich konnte ihm zu nichts beschuldigen. Das stand ja auch gerade in dem Guide. Man hätte ihn nicht beschuldigen können, bei keiner einzigen Sache. Und ich habe es die ganze Zeit versucht. Und damn! Das regt mich auf. Aber gut, jetzt ist es eh vorbei. Jetzt kann ich es nicht mehr rückgängig machen. Dementsprechend sehen wir uns dann im nächsten Mal wieder beim Seidenstrumpfmörder. Würde mich sehr freuen, wenn ihr da wieder einschalten würdet. Und ich sage bis dahin. Tschüss!